Dun, dun, dun. And welcome back to Slushie Review. This is Keith.
And this is Chris.
And today we are reviewing the amazing classic of the best cinema you can ever witness in your entire life. It has ups, downs, laughs, cries. It has everything. It's a family show. Logan, come on down.
You're the next contestant on Slushie Review.
You're the next contestant on... There's so much I want to say. Yeah, we're doing Logan. It's technically it's the end of our Xmen run. We still have Deadpool 1 and 2 to do, and then that'll be the very end of our Xmen run.
Yep.
So Logan is the end of the actual X-Men saga, and then we have Deadpool 1 and 2. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. It's a
Surprise.
It's a rip-roaring movie, comedy, obviously. Nobody dies.
Yeah, it's a wacky road trip with Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart going cross country in a jalopy.
And in the back of the jalopy is a wacky inflatable tube man.
Yep.
Just hanging on.
Patrick Stewart learns to play the banjo. It's hilarious.
I can see that.
Yeah, he probably
see
knows
that.
how. I don't know.
With a bikini on.
The banjo has a bikini on, or he does?
Yes.
Sounds hot.
They are in the desert. Let's see. We are doing slushies today, as usual. As usual. Chris very smartly found $840. No, I'm just playing.
I wish. Fuck.
Right. Just the 15%.
I'll go to Burlington Coat
Michael's
Factory.
a genius.
I'll go to Burlington Coat Factory. And dodge that blood. Dodge that bucket of fake blood.
I don't need $645. I have $645 more or less.
More or less. Less.
Same. We're doing slushies, but Chris picked out Tropical Punch, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
I looked in the smart part of my brain.
Nice.
And decided that Tropical Punch was never a wrong decision.
That's fair. I think we should do strawberry lemonade next.
I almost picked it.
Yeah, it looked good.
I almost
Just the
did.
package.
Yeah, it's like inviting, bright yellow. I was like, that looks delicious.
Same. All right, now that the banter's over, let's get into this movie right after these.
That's it. No more banter.
No more witty banter.
No more banter, witty or otherwise. From this point on,
Witty banter.
all business.
Or they'll be like Kevin, I hate stupid people. I just,
Very low tolerance for stupidity.
Either way, yeah. So we'll be right back after these messages from us. And then we'll come back with more us.
From the future.
Weekly. Thank you for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you follow us at Slushie Review on Twitter at Slushie Review. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Slushie Review. We pop up. We're the first result. And then check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And also, coming soon, Instagram. Follow us on IG.
The gram.
At Slushie Review Podcast.
Yes.
We just started it. Need some followers, need some likes. Welcome back. We will be getting into the cast with young Chris.
All right. It's a cast of Logan. All right. We've got, in a dual role, Hugh Jackman as both Logan and Wolverine. Nice. Is Logan and is also X-24.
Hugh did it.
You did this. Fuck you. No, fuck you. No, fuck you. Patrick Stewart returning as... Sorry. He's a sir in my eyes. Sir Patrick Stewart returning as Charles Xavier.
That's fair. Or Chuck.
Or Wheels. However you... Daphne Keene as Laura.
Her first movie.
/ X-23. Boyd Holbrook as Pierce, who I don't ever remember them saying his name. But I do remember that Savannah accent. It's almost like this molasses is spilling out of your mouth.
Same. He was in Predators.
I didn't see it.
I've seen it. It had, not Jake, Adrian Brody was the title, was like the lead. Was this the one? No, this is the one with Keegan-Michael Key. It was a Thomas Jane was in it too.
The Predator. Thomas Jane was in it?
There was a lot of people in it, actually. I forgot about that. Olivia Munn was in it.
Yeah,
she was
Munn.
X-Man.
Jake Busey.
Oh, that's my guy. Come on now. Yeah. I don't know why I brought that up.
That's hilarious.
I've seen it. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, Keegan-Michael Key. And this guy. Okay. Next up, we have Stephen Merchant as Caliban. Elizabeth Rodriguez as Gabriella. Richard E. Grant as Dr. Rice. Eric LaSalle as Will Munson. Elise Neal as Catherine Munson. Quincy Faust as Nate Munson. May they all rest in peace. The Munson family.
Basically everybody you just named.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Besides
Pretty child. Let's see. Not important. Reavers. A bunch of Reavers. That don't matter.
Honestly, there's nobody else I
was going to say. I'll name some of the kids again. Jason Janelle as Richter. Hannah Westerfield as Rebecca. Bryant Tardy as Bobby. Ashlyn Casalegno as Charlotte. Allison Fernandez as Delilah. And then someone as Lizard Boy, who was in like literally a blink and you'll miss his scene.
I definitely missed it.
I didn't. That's the one that he showed up on the screen. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Oh, I thought that was a little girl.
I'm guessing that was Lizard Boy.
Yeah, you did.
Looks like a fucking Goomba from the Mario Brothers movie.
He did. I felt bad saying that, but he did.
Aside from that, that's it. No Stan Lees, unfortunately. I think he had already passed at this point.
No, this was 2017. He died in
that's right.
2019.
That's right.
Because he was in Infinity War, which was 2018,
That's right.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So, wait, was he Infinity War?
Yeah,
he was in Infinity War.
And he was in Captain Marvel.
And he was in Captain Marvel, which was, I think, 2018. Because they both came out the same year.
And Endgame.
He kind of was in Endgame. I don't think it was him.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was him.
He was the hippie.
I know, but I didn't think it was him.
That was
I thought
him.
it was the other. I thought it was somebody else who like kind of. I thought they kind of like used his face. Maybe not, because he died that year, so I wasn't for sure.
I think that might have been his last one.
Yeah, possibly.
Because he wasn't in any of the first class X-Men's.
No,
for some reason.
Well, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, not. I was just thinking he was old.
Or sorry, no, he was in Days of Future Past.
Yeah, he was.
Or no, he wasn't.
He was in the Wolverine.
He was in X-Men Origins Wolverine, and he was in the Wolverine. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, but he wasn't in like the first. He wasn't in any of the first class movies. My mistake.
Was he not in Days of Future Past?
Oh yeah, sorry. No, Stan Lee. No.
Was he in Apocalypse?
No, I don't think he was.
I thought he was in one of them, but not the rest.
I don't think he was in. Let's see.
I could have sworn he was in.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
I could have sworn he was in Days of Future Past because I think we made a remark about it, like, "Oh, he was in this, but not the rest." And I was like, "Well, at least he was in a good one." Not that the other ones weren't good, but
let's see. No. Okay.
I'm looking at my notes. There's no Stan Lee in X2.
Endgame, Captain Marvel. Into the Spider-Verse, of course. Venom. The Spider-Man game, which made me sad.
He wasn't in Days of Future Past.
He wasn't in.
Then he must have been in Apocalypse then, because I have him written down as a like.
It says X-Men Apocalypse, Stan Lee.
Yeah.
I don't remember him being in it.
I couldn't tell you.
Anywho,
He was in Apocalypse. That's all I know.
he was not.
Yeah, I don't know what he was in X-Men.
But that was the only one of those that he was in then.
Yeah, he wasn't in the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you, I knew we made a remark. It was only one, but I wasn't for sure which one. But yeah, he definitely wasn't in this one either. Okay, so me with the plot.
Yes.
All right, the plot of Logan. He dies. Finn.
Good night, everybody.
Get it, everybody. No. So it's 2029. Logan is he's sick. So he drowns his every day in alcohol. They show him as a limo driver. And we find out that Logan doesn't heal as good as he used to. We find out that some people are looking for him, but they're not looking for him necessarily. They're looking for the people who are looking for Wolverine. And there's some people looking for Wolverine because she needs help, who's Gabriella and X-23, Laura. And some people who made Laura because she is a clone. Is she a clone? Or did they...
No, they were just children that they used various mutants' DNA to create.
Okay.
Because they said all the, what's her name? The nurse sent me the video, said these were all children that Mexican girls like carried in their bodies.
Fair.
And then they showed the like fucking bloody tables that they had them on.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure none of those kids were like white.
No.
Yeah.
They were not. So it's the end of the world. X-Men are no longer a thing. Mutants are no longer a thing. They say in 2029, Charles says no mutant has been born for 20 years, which would be 2009. At least 20 years.
Was it 20? Dang.
Yeah, that's what he said, 20. So that's cool. So Charles is in the movie as well. He's aging. He has seizures where he can kill people with his mind. So he takes stolen medicine for it. Apparently he killed a whole bunch of X-Men back in Westchester, New York. Also, Caliban shows up, if you know anything about the comics, and which I didn't. I didn't know who this kid was, honestly. But he, not the same actor, but the same person, was in Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
So, people are looking for him. But people are looking for her, Laura. Wolverine ends up taking her in. Chaos ensues. We find out, like Chris said, they've been experimenting on these kids. Laura is said to be Wolverine's daughter because she has adamantium claws out of her front and back legs. And
back legs.
That's the way Charles said it. I'm just saying the way Charles said it. You know, he's the guy. You know, he's the leader. I'm just following the leader. So yeah, after that, chaos ensues. The people who were involved with Alkali Lake, they were involved with creating these mutants because they were trying to form the perfect soldier, which they end up doing in X-24, which is basically Wolverine do. But he's also kind of a robot, though. But he's not a robot. But kind of a robot.
X-24?
Yeah. because
He's like the clone.
yeah, because they were looking through his POV
Yeah.
when he was killing people. So I was like, oh, he's kind of like a robot. He's kind of like a robot. So yeah, so that's the plot. Let's get into some likes and then the obvious dislikes. Sorry. You go first.
All right. My first like, I'm going to be honest, I wrote almost nothing down for this movie because I hadn't seen this since I don't think I've seen this. I don't think I've seen this movie in its entirety since I saw it in the theater when it came out. But the first one I wrote down, Charles. Because Patrick Stewart nails it for me every time that he's played Charles Xavier. I think I have made it a like in a movie. Up to and including Multiverse of Madness.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it now, just
Don't.
do.
I mean, watch it. I just watched
But
it.
don't
again.
complain. Yeah, but don't complain that it's been spoiled. Because
Oh yeah, She-Hulk comes out tonight.
yup.
Oh shit.
Watch that tomorrow.
Probably watch that tonight.
There you go. But yeah, Charles.
Anyway, yeah.
Charles is good. Okay, for one, you remember how in Multiverse of Madness we were both like, man, he looks really old.
Yeah.
He looked really old in this.
Yeah,
And
that was 5 years
they
ago.
did. Yeah, they did a good job making him look. Because I'm pretty sure they like put makeup on him in this and in Multiverse of Madness to make him look older. And
I don't know if they put makeup on Multiverse of Madness.
I think they must have done something because he was
He's
when he was in the
definitely
chair.
70.
Because when he was in the chair, he looked a certain way, and then when he was in Wanda's mind, he looked another certain way.
No, they definitely de-aged
And
him
I'm
for
not
that.
sure which one was done more or less than the other, but he did not. He looked a little different in each one.
I think the chair was the real
I don't know.
Captain Picard.
I don't know.
Okay. He's old, Chris.
I know he's old.
He's been in Star Trek since what, the 70s, right? Wasn't he? Well, he wasn't in the one. So here's the thing: I don't watch Star Trek.
I think that one was in the 90s.
Yeah, so William Shatner's the one from the 70s.
Yeah.
Right, okay. And then I thought they were together. Honestly, I had no idea.
I don't know if they ever crossed over. They probably.
I think
did,
in a
'cause
movie, I think.
they probably did.
Yeah,
because,
they like brought him back from the past and shit or something.
yeah.
I thought they were together. I was like, oh yeah, so and so, the two captains. Obviously, that's what I thought. Was it Captain Picard and Captain whatever his name is?
Where would
Captain
Catholicism
Stewart.
be without
Yeah.
the popes?
I was thinking the same thing, but I was like, yeah, they were like, kid, there's no way they could do that. I'm like, what?
Captain and co-captain.
I was like, well, to be fair, I didn't watch the show. As soon as 10 o'clock
Fair.
came on, or because that's what time it usually came on, and you heard the deep space click, click. How can I turn this? I'm going to bed.
Honestly,
I was 10 years old. I was like,
tried watching
I'm tired.
I've tried watching Star Trek. It never hooked me.
I can't get past the beginning.
Very, very. I shouldn't say never. Very, very, very rarely did it like hook me in.
The movies with old Chris
The
Pine,
newer ones.
love them. Watched all three of them
I still
recently.
think I only ever saw the first one.
gotta
Maybe,
watch 'em,
maybe
man.
the second one.
They're so good.
I could find my way around that because I know Simon Pegg's in them.
Simon, hilarious.
John Cho's in them.
Yep.
Isn't Carl Urban?
Yes.
Isn't he Bones?
Was that the
The
doctor?
doctor? Yeah,
Yes.
so, I mean, there's
Yeah.
people in there.
Gamora's in
Chris
it.
Pine, yeah, Zoe Saldana is Uhura, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're saying names. I don't know these names, but yes.
yeah.
Chris Pine's in it.
Kid that played Chekhov, may he rest in peace.
Yeah, he was in it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Zachary Quinto was in
Yeah.
at least one of them. He was Khan, I think.
No. Khan was Strange.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, who was Quinto? I thought he was in those.
He was
Oh,
Spock.
he was Spock, duh.
Yeah. That's when he was like one. I was like, no, he was in all of them.
Nah, I don't think
What
he's in
are you
one.
talking about? Spock was in it too.
Yeah, Nimoy was in it.
Nimoy was
yeah,
in
he
it.
like met him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came back from the past in the future or something.
Fuck your timelines.
No, it was great. I was like, yeah. This is how you do a movie. But yeah, he was in it, and then he was in the first and the second one. He wasn't in the third one because he had passed away by then.
Nimoy?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, because so basically in the first one, spoiler alert. In the first one, there is some villain who Star Trek people know, I don't, was chasing Leonard Nimoy's character, and then he found the villain found a time warp situation, and he came through the time warp and killed the entire planet of
Vulcan.
The species. And then Leonard Nimoy got trapped or something, and then he finally found his way through to talk to Zachary Quinto because the Vulcan race, they don't like to kill or something like that. They don't fight. They use their brain power or something. So he had to come up against this villain, and Zachary Quinto was like, no, we're peaceful. But he was like, you killed my parents. Like, he was like, yes, use that anger. Like, it was a good movie.
Do it.
Yeah, same. And then in the second one, because he came back from... So, Leonard Nimoy is the older Zachary Quinto, so he came back to the past. He couldn't get back to the future because... Same. He couldn't get back there. I don't know if he couldn't or he didn't want to or something, but then he ended up becoming on like the high chair of the new Vulcan society. So he was in the movie, the second one. And then he passed away in real life, I think, before the third one came out. So they kind of made that into part of the story, I think, if I remember correctly. Great movie, though. Loved it. But yeah, Strange was Khan.
Okay. I remember enjoying the first movie. I just don't know why
fun.
I never bothered seeing the other two.
The second one was pretty good, too. Like I said, I didn't know who Khan was, but it's funny because they don't make it... Apparently, it was supposed to be a secret, if what I read was correct. And everybody was like, obviously that's him. They showed it in a trailer and everything. I was like, it's him.
These trailers.
And they were like...
These trailers, man.
Because in the movie, he goes, I'm gone. And everyone's like, no, we know. Like, even I knew. I'm like, well, that's a guy. And I saw this movie years after it came out. So I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's a guy. Obviously, he's a villain. Look at his teeth. Like, his teeth are all fucked up. Like, he's a villain. No one who has jagged teeth like that is a hero. Like, come on now. They were all fucked up. And that third one was good, too. So, anyway, sorry. Back to Patrick Stewart as Xavier. I also have him down. I just wrote Xavier's funny. I thought he was fucking hilarious when he wasn't dying. I thought he was so funny. His back and forth with Logan, hilarious.
Yeah,
and he was just a cute old man at times.
One of the bright spots of comedy in this fucking movie. Honestly, was pretty much only him. Him and Logan.
No. Caliban was hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's Caliban.
That's one of my likes, but I'm just telling you.
I liked him. So. But yeah, Charles.
Yeah.
Charles was the first thing I wrote because everyone loves a hero, but everyone also likes to kind of see what happens after the fact when the hero's all fucked up and sad and depressed and dying. Apparently people love that. But I don't know. It's interesting to me in this movie that. I mean, they came right out and said it. They're like, he's got the most powerful brain in the world. He said, what do you say? He's like, he's got Alzheimer's, ALS, some kind of degenerative brain disorder, in the most powerful brain in existence. The most
dangerous brain.
Yeah. He's like, this man's brain was classified as a weapon of mass destruction.
Facts.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, makes sense. Like, why, people would want to know where he is. But also, obviously, for the same reason that you can't just, regulate someone's right to be alive. You can't hunt him down and like put him in a box or something.
Fair.
It's not like he's Magneto or anything.
Facts.
But yeah, I like Charles. I've liked him in everything that I've seen him in, as where he mattered.
Facts.
And it continued in this, and it will continue when we see that new Multiverse of Madness movie that hasn't come out yet in 2017 when this one came out. But yeah, that's my first like was Charles.
Facts. My first like the blade from the Wolverine. It was hanging up in the thing. The first thing I wrote. By the way, I don't know if this helps anybody or gives anybody any insight or where my mind is. That was like 25 minutes into the movie. That was my first like. Either way. Did that need to be said? No. But I feel like you should know it.
I feel like there's some... No, we'll get there.
I feel like...
We'll get there.
It didn't need to be said, but I wanted you to hear it. But it is
said. Is that something you want to have said? I do not want to have said
I think it's important that you heard it.
No, I agree. The sword,
that
the sword was a cool callback.
And it's funny because the first time I watched Logan, I did not know that these... To be fair, the Wolverine trilogy isn't the best trilogy in the world. Because they fucked up Origins.
Any trilogy that starts with X-Men Origins Wolverine is not going to be the best trilogy in the world.
The facts. And Wolverine was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then, besides the blade, there was nothing tying it to this movie.
Yeah. Oh, and Wolverine.
He had his adamantium claws back.
Yeah.
Even though they got cut off in the Wolverine. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, they fucked up. They fucked up the Wolverine. I get why they ended it. They're like, we were just fucking this shit up.
Yeah, but then he went back in time and re-got him.
Oh, yeah, that does matter. That does matter. Because
Except he still lost him in the present. I don't fucking know. I don't know, Keith.
Listen.
Timeline's all fucked up. But everyone knows Wolverine's cooler when he's got fucking adamantium claws.
Obviously. The bone claws are terrible.
Because some people really like the bone claws. If you could have, I don't know, some people.
They lied to you.
If you could have your fucking bones sticking out of your body,
or indestructible knives,
or you could have your bones sticking out of your body, but they're coated in an indestructible metal, I'd rather take that.
Same.
Because, yeah, they're... Which is going to hurt more coming out? Because he always says they hurt every time. Which is going to hurt more? Your jagged fucking bones ripping through your skin and poking out every time? Or some super duper fucking sharp blades effortlessly just slicing through your skin every time? It's going to hurt either way. But
I don't know.
One of them's going to hurt less.
I don't know.
You ever cut yourself and don't realize it? Until you're bleeding? I have.
Nah. Well, just on my wrist, but I'm sure.
Jesus.
Sorry.
This is dark. This is a dark episode, folks, and rightfully so.
It's only dark because I've been in the sun. No, I'm just playing.
Well, then I consider me Caliban, honestly, because your boy is Caucasian.
That was my first look. How about this? I already said it. Caliban was hilarious.
He was. Stephen Merchant is funny as shit.
He is a funny guy.
He's funny in this.
Modern Family.
Yes.
As the concierge.
Yes. He's
hilarious.
funny in that. He's funny in Jojo Rabbit. He's funny in I think he's in Idiot Abroad. He's funny in that.
He was in the Simon Pegg movies we did, right? Was he not in those? I thought that's where you first mentioned him at.
Oh, I forget.
Isn't he? I thought he was the. So I'm pretty sure you pointed him out. Was he in the zombie one?
I don't think so.
Was he not part of the 5 people when they crossed paths? No, he wasn't.
No, I don't think so.
That was the guy from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that was Lord of the Rings guy.
Or whatever.
And what's his name? The dude from
Slushie
British Bake Off. No, not Matthew Lillard.
This episode is.
First off, I don't understand the internet's obsession with Matthew Lillard. I don't.
like him.
Nothing against the man.
He's cool.
Yeah, I don't have anything against him. But for some reason, he is just like some people's most favorite fucking human to have ever existed.
How many Screams have you seen?
I think I've only seen the first one.
Okay, well I can tell you this.
Well, I know I've seen the first one all the way through. Okay. I couldn't tell you if I've seen any of the other ones all the way through. He was in Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
He was P.I. Staker.
Yeah.
Piss Taker.
That's right, yeah. Because you pointed him out. I'm telling you, I was like, yo, how would I know?
Keith, I point shit out all the time that I don't remember.
You know. You love these movies.
I do.
It's the biggest fan right here. Like.
In the room?
Obviously, yeah.
Yes.
In the house.
Doesn't mean yes.
Unless Kitty knows more than you.
He might.
He's like, I've been a Hot Fuzz guy for years.
He's like, how many times have you seen it? Amateur.
He's like, I saw it 18 years ago. Aren't you 17? Exactly.
Yep.
But no, Caliban was hilarious. Stephen Merchant's funny. I thought he was so funny talking to Wolverine. He's like, you can't even see that. That says ibuprofen.
It knocks the fucking shit out of his hand. That was my favorite mug.
That was my favorite. I thought he was funny. He had some good lines.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, drop him off and then text me on your way back." Oh. Then he get.
Yeah, the dude holds him at fucking gunpoint instantly.
He's like, "Stay away from the light."
Ugh.
I did not know he was a mutant the first time I saw Logan until you said something when we were watching Apocalypse, and I was like, "Oh, because I've only seen Logan maybe twice, but I know I've seen it once, maybe twice. This is the third time. This is the second or third.
Okay, you've seen it more than me. Huge fan.
Yeah. Oh,
huge fan.
I had to watch it. I was like, I saw it. Was like,
big fan.
I was like, this is terrible.
Big fan.
And then I saw it again because I was like, everyone's telling me how great it is.
Because he loved it so much.
I was like, well, because I must have been high or something. I wasn't, but I must have been because I didn't see this cinema movie that Martin Scorsese was.
I must be blind because I didn't see that ass whooping coming.
So I was like, saw it again, and I was like, nope, still terrible. And that was years ago. So I watched it this time to make sure it was.
I wonder, guys. I wonder what Keith's gonna think of this movie. Because to be perfectly honest, I don't know. I still don't know your stance on one way or the other. I feel like he could be holding on me. I feel like he could be making it plain as day. And honestly, I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to the reveal.
Clear as mud.
He's being coy. He's being very coy.
Okay. What's that from?
I want to say The Mask.
Yes.
But
Okay.
I love it.
Shitty door. Shitty door.
Shut the window. My God. Let me dip my ladle in your vichyssoise. Terrible. God.
Okay. X-Men. Speaking of green, I don't know. Your next like.
Wolverine. I like him. I don't think I've disliked him.
Did not write him down. Crazy. Sorry, go ahead.
Once again, not sure what he's doing here. I liked it. I liked the different. Actually, no, it's not even that different in this movie from what he is in all the other ones. He kind of goes back to how he was in the first X-Men movie, where he's like, "That's not my problem."
Was that called? Not a Lone Ranger. What do they call these people?
Loner.
Devil may care attitude.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
The whole like edgy loner thing.
Yeah.
Nothing personal, kid. That kind of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it because he got to go through an arc again. Because his I feel like his character arc was complete by the end of like whatever the last one movie that he was in was.
The Last Stand.
Fair. Yeah. But they just kept bringing him back. But because we love him. Everybody likes Wolverine. I get it. Everybody likes Wolverine. I'm not telling you that he's the coolest X-Men in my book, or like the most. He's probably the most popular.
Who's your favorite X-Men?
Beast.
Yeah, I do know that. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just think he's awesome. I like it. He's the Donatello of the group. That's why. But I mean, there's other cool X-Men. There's Gambit. There's Colossus. There's Nightcrawler. There's Beast. There's Iceman. There's Jubilee. There's Rogue. There's Storm. Pretty much every X-Man, honestly, is just as cool.
Who's the worst X-Men to you?
Of ones that I've named, or ones that we've seen in the movies,
or in general.
The first one that comes to mind for me is a dude named Beak from the comics, but I didn't like Morph in the old cartoon. I never liked him.
Well, maybe.
He died.
Well, yeah, but
He transformed into other people.
okay.
It's like an instant bad guy power for one, because Mystique does it.
Same.
Also, the Chameleon does it in Spider-Man stuff. But like he quote dies in the first episode. They find out later he's not dead, and he's kind of being mind controlled into being evil. And then after that, they save him, and Wolverine, because Wolverine like feels like shit about it throughout like the first chunk of the series. It's like Morph, I let you die, buddy. I can't believe it. And then they find him again, and he's like, my best friend Morph's alive, but he hates me now. He hates us all, and he has like evil bad guy bags under his eyes. And then I must be evil. Because let me tell you, I could use a hand. I could use a sky cap to help me with these fucking bags under my eyes some days. But he finds him and they save him. Then he just ceases to be relevant. I think he shows up like twice. His mutant powers, he turns into other people, and he also usually carries a laser gun because he needs something.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't turn into people and copy their powers. That'd be too fucking powerful.
Yeah,
just like Mystique can't turn into people and copy their powers. She just turns into them.
That's fair.
Even voice. Who's your least favorite?
Porcupine guy
from X3.
Didn't like it. I was like, I gotta be close.
Oh, we're just talking like X-Men characters.
I didn't read the
actual
comics.
X-Men. Okay,
I didn't read the comics.
That's fair.
But yeah, I mean, also his powers were terrible.
This was good. Did you ever watch X-Men Evolution?
No.
There was a guy with powers similar to that in that, but he could also like shoot them.
I'm about to say, if you could shoot them, that's one thing.
I'm pretty sure he was Storm's nephew in that show.
Did he have an accent?
No.
Of course.
I think he was from
So he's Halle Berry's nephew.
I think he was from the States. He was Halle Berry in X2.
Yeah. No, my favorite is Gambit and Rogue.
I mean,
but that's just me being a pervert. But yeah.
For Gambit.
No, Rogue. Yes. Have you seen that
Something
coat?
about those trench coats. He's handy with the bow staff.
I love, I bet he is.
Guarantee.
I was say he has the same coat that Neo has. It's just not leather.
It's in brown.
You know, I love
comes in lots of different colors.
Neo coats. They're great. I think we should redo Matrix 4. I was watching a video on it.
Uh-oh.
I was like, I don't think I like this.
The movie?
Yeah. I haven't watched the movie again, but I was like the guy was talking about it. I was like,
I feel like part of me enjoyed it more than you did.
100%. I think so too.
And I think part of that was because I didn't see the movie. I saw the movies, obviously we saw them for the podcast, but I didn't hold it up as like.
Oh, absolutely! It's my favorite.
Like I never held the franchise up on a pedestal. Yeah. I think that's why I didn't. I think that's why I didn't mind it as much.
But here's the thing: I wasn't disappointed in. Here's the thing. Okay, Matrix was my favorite movie for the longest, and I didn't understand it, and I didn't care. I was like, "This is great." You know, you can't tell me different.
Do you feel you understand it now?
With the Matrix?
Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
Matrix 4, I don't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Fair.
And I'm afraid to watch it again because I might hate it. So I'm refraining from watching it.
Fair. People, you know.
To be fair. That's it.
I mean, your distaste or your like or dislike of the fourth one, I'm guessing doesn't impact your like and dislike of the first three. So
not even a little
there
bit.
You go.
Not even a little bit.
Room for all. Except for the fourth one, maybe.
Not everybody. Speaking of not everybody, we doing your like? Because I started asking random questions.
Wolverine.
I'm not invested. I apologize.
It's not like we never get off topic ever. That never happened. No, I liked him. His Sorry,
go ahead.
No, good. Apparently, at one point, people thought this was going to be an Old Man Logan movie, and that honestly, that would have been way cooler.
Is it not? What's the difference?
Old Man Logan. I was just refreshing myself on it because I knew what it was at one point. Mm-hmm. It is about an old Wolverine where the United States had been taken over by villains and like carved up into territories by villains. Most superheroes, not just mutants, were like wiped out. And one of the things he has to deal with in there is a gang of like inbred Hulk monsters. But it's like Old Man Logan and Old Man Hawkeye like traveling cross country to deliver something somewhere and fighting like other villains and shit. And it just, I don't know. I read a brief synopsis of it. It sounds pretty interesting. I feel like it would have been probably not doable in one movie without a shit ton of explanation ahead of time. but it sounds like it'll be a pretty fun time.
Yeah, they would have to change it though.
Yeah,
because it's Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously they weren't able to do it like that, but
that's fair.
I think it would have been a cool story. But I liked Wolverine in this. I liked that he was like just kind of old and tired and sick of everything.
Remind you of yourself. I'm sorry. I thought that's where you were going with that, and then I was like, maybe not. After I said it, I was like, well, maybe not.
Too far.
What is out there?
No, it's not too far. It's fairly accurate some days. I don't know. I just kind of liked it because similar to how I said with Charles, like people like seeing the heroes in their prime, but they also kind of like to see them in their decline. Part of me does enjoy that because obviously their character story ends when they're done, when the writers decide they're done writing it.
Right.
But they can continue if they want to the point where, okay, well, they're past their prime of being a hero. Now they just have to kind of live their lives dealing with all the shit that they've done or the fallout of the shit that they've done. And oftentimes when you do shit for good for some people, people come back and do bad on you for doing that.
Facts.
And it's not the only time comics have done it. We've seen it with Wolverine. And I'm reading one right now for the Ninja Turtles where it's a similar thing.
Nice.
It's fucked up and it made me sad. I'm not done with it yet because it's giving me a hard time to read through it all. But I don't know. I liked old and tired Wolverine. He was very much in the vein of him in the first one. He was like, kid, I don't want to deal with this. And this one, like, oh, it's my kid. I still don't really want to deal with this, but they paid me $20,000 to deal with it, so I guess I'll deal with it.
Same.
So
I would have.
So he packs up his dad into the family limo, Charles, and packs up his daughter into the family limo, and they go cross country and have a little National Lampoon style vacation.
Yeah.
Chicanery involved and everything. That's not what happens. But I don't know, I like Wolverine. I thought he was cool. He was obviously butchering people in this movie, which is great. Him fighting X-24 Wolverine, I kind of dug what they did with him because in my opinion they kind of made him look like Liev Schreiber in X-Men Origins. They gave him the buzz cut, they gave him like the bigger sideburns. I definitely didn't think of it the first time I saw it, but this time watching it I was like, obviously it's still Wolverine, or it's still like Hugh Jackman, but this like the big with the sideburns and the buzz cut, I was getting big Sabretooth from Origins vibes from him.
That's fair.
I thought it was a cool little.
I like that.
I don't know if it was intentional, but I looked at it that way and I thought it was cool.
Nice. All right. My next slide.
Yes.
I'll put two together. The fight scenes, especially like X-23, her fight scenes were great. Obviously, she wasn't doing all that, but I loved it either way. And then
it was Ray Park doing all this.
Same.
Warwick Davis and Ray Park doing all the mocap.
I'll put that with. I wrote down a wood scene too. To be fair, the wood scene wasn't terrible. Like it was pretty good actually. Yeah, that's about it.
The fight scenes were good.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty good.
I agree. She was fucking tearing people up.
She really was.
Because
she didn't give a shit. And then she had that foot claw. Woo!
Small. If we've learned anything from pro wrestling, small beats big. Sometimes.
As long as you can hurt Karana, which
Rey Mysterio, she did it all over the place.
I was like, yes.
Rey Mysterio versus the Big Show. You call him the underdog every day, all you want. I'm going to put my money on Rey Mysterio being the Big Show.
Easy.
Because it happens all the fucking time.
So he has a direct shot to the nuts. That's going to get you right there.
Yeah.
You're going to do one of those no matter what. Every match. Yeah, facts, 100%. Yeah. Did you see that video I posted? Did you watch that video? I shared a video of the two wrestlers, and they were like,
the pizza countering.
Guy? No.
The ones doing the flips all over the place?
They were countering.
Yes.
Best thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, oh, this is good.
Yeah, that was, I think Zack Sabre Jr. or Will Ospreay was one of the dudes, I forget.
Yeah, I've heard of that name before. I was like, God dang. But that's kind of what she looked like. She was just like cartwheeling and shit all over the place, stabbing people through the fucking face, which was great. The wood scene, let me just say I liked it. That's all I'm going to say for now. And then the beginning scene when he killed all those people trying to jack his car. That was good. So yeah, that was my like.
Okay. I liked my next like. Again, I didn't write these down, so I'm kind of just like filling them into my brain. Logan and Charles got buried in the same way. And I kind of like that because he was burying Charles, and he's like, "Well, there's water. There's water. Oh fuck!" And then he went and destroyed a truck.
I didn't know what that meant.
Because I think it was because they had planned to like go live on the ocean or something.
Oh.
But like he buried him by a lake because there was water, and then the kids buried him by a lake. Whether or not that was on purpose, I don't know. I mean, it might have been because Laura saw him do it for Charles. But I don't know. I just thought it was a nice parallel because like Charles saved a lot of mutant kids and did a shit ton for mutants. And Wolverine, granted, was no Charles Xavier in that right. He didn't have his own school or anything, but he helped all those kids get to the border. He saved a bunch of mutant kids.
It's fair.
And she turned his cross into a little axe.
My next like?
Yes.
I have very visceral thoughts about this movie. When Laura gets shot, she literally... Okay, how about this? It's not a dislike, but I'm gonna... Wolverine got shot at the very beginning. And then he stands over a sink and kind of like presses his pecs together to push out the bullets. And I literally look at Chris, I'm like, it'd probably be easier if he just pulled them out, but okay. Cool. Laura gets shot. She fucking bites the bullet out of her fucking arm and spits it out.
I thought that was glass from the window.
I don't know, but it was better than what fucking Wolverine did. But I'm pretty sure she got shot, though. Because she did get shot at one point. And so, it doesn't matter. She did it, and I loved it.
That was pretty sweet.
She was just like, what? Like, looked at Charles, like, what are you talking about? And I was like, yeah. Learn something, Wolverine. Goddamn. You've been alive for 80,000 years, and you can't even do that? Stupid.
I mean, he probably can't bite a bullet out of his own pecs, but...
You can pick it out.
With his teeth.
You don't have to do that, but you can not...
Fair.
Maybe I'm overjudging it. I think it's stupid. About that. But yeah, so that was one of my likes.
I think I am out.
Okay.
If some come to me later, they come to me later, but I think I'm out of likes.
X-24. I liked him. I know it's Wolverine, but it's not Wolverine.
Yeah, it's not.
I liked him better. Sorry. That's not what I didn't mean to say that. Yet. I liked when he killed those farmers. Oh, it was a great scene. I was like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Which farmers? The family or the rednecks? Or yes?
I'm never going to be happy about the family dying.
Yeah.
That was sad.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
That was definitely a bummer. But.
And he killed Charles.
He fucked Charles. God damn. I still liked him though. And then the way he just looked at Wolverine like, you're not a threat. I was like, oh shit. The disrespect. I love it. I love a good disrespect. Perfect. Give me that Parmesan. Love it. Yeah. So there's that. I didn't write Laura down, but I did like Laura. I wrote down. I'm sorry. I wrote Laura down. I forgot to say that. But then I put slash when she spit out the bullet. I liked Laura. I thought she was great. She was very quiet. Obviously, she didn't speak for 3/4 of the movie. But I thought she was amazing. I thought her whole character was just great. So, yeah.
Agree.
Same.
She was cool.
Same. She had that foot claw. That was the best. It's like when Joker had it. That was just, I love it. she used it a little better, like by kicking people. She was a little more limber than Joker was.
Yeah, she was cutting people in the neck and shit.
Yeah, same.
And in the comics, at least, she becomes Wolverine at some points.
Yeah,
or another.
They were talking. I saw somebody online talking about. Well, they were talking about like the new people who could be whatever. And so when Ironheart came out, you know, she's already terribly written, even though the show hasn't been produced. Crazy. But yeah, they're like, well, why is it got to be her? Why can't it be Morgan Stark? I don't know.
Because it isn't.
Same. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, is there a comic where Morgan Stark is Ironheart?
I don't know.
And apparently there isn't. So these people who have no fucking idea were like, why can't it just be Morgan Stark? Because it's not the character, you asshole.
Mm-hmm. Make it comic book accurate, but also don't make them black. Is really what.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Fucking stupid. But yeah, anyway. I liked it.
Anything else you got?
Yeah, the Wolverine doll that Bobby was holding at the end. I was like,
I thought I saw you react to that.
Oh, I was like, of course Bobby would. That's my guy. Barely know him, but I love it. You know, somebody pointed out, they were like, they weren't saying it was a problem, but they were like, have you noticed that a lot of original black superheroes have electricity powers? I saw that on the TikTok.
I guess, yeah. Static Shock, Black Lightning, Bobby,
the
redesigned Electro.
I was like, I wonder why that is. But like the
Storm
guy,
technically has more than lightning, but she definitely has fucking lightning.
That was lightning. Especially when there's toads involved. Or elevators.
And if there's both, watch the fuck out.
They're gonna get a line. But yeah, that Wolverine doll he was holding when they were burying Logan, I thought it was great. Those are my likes though.
Okay.
I got no more.
Okay. Dislikes. Hold on to your butts.
I only have 3.
Okay.
Logan. No, I'm joking.
The whole movie.
Do you have any?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
I wrote his child. How? How's it his child?
They said that because technically they showed that they used his DNA to create her. Even though he didn't father her or anything, but like he's the closest living thing she had to a relative, or like some kind of like, you know, biological connection. Obviously they weren't like related, but that's good enough for them, I guess.
I don't like it.
Fair.
I didn't like it. I don't know why. That's a good explanation. I don't like it.
Fair. You don't have to.
I don't. At all. No, it's fine. I mean, it's a good explanation, but I need more.
Okay.
Is that how it is in the comics?
I don't know.
Oh.
I do not know.
Okay, that's one of them.
Well, because apparently she's not even in the Old Man Logan stuff to begin with, so I don't know. I don't know where she shows up for the first time, but dislike for me, it was very bleak.
Same.
And
Same.
The ending was kind of unclear about what happens to the kids. I'm guessing they made it.
Who knows?
Because
who cares?
I'm just guessing they made it.
Yeah,
because they didn't. They don't. There was no little thing afterwards like, oh hey, by the way, the kids are fine in Canada.
Like they don't seem like a Ferris wheel or something.
They all have universal health care and they love hockey now. Yeah.
Well, where'd you get Bobby on that ice? They're taking over.
Whoa. Whoa.
They're taking our job, Gretzky.
You're not gonna see me out on some ice. I can't even fucking skate, so you ain't taking the blood out of my mouth.
The immigrants are taking it anyway. I mean, they are immigrants, to be fair.
Illegal, also.
2 countries.
Both sides.
No, I guess they were in New Mexico, not Mexico. But but their mothers. Well, we got the safe haven law, so we're good. They were born on the United States soil, so they're citizens, not Canadian citizens.
Yeah, that's
You got more?
No.
So I wrote this down and then I changed it, but I'm gonna still say it. Canewood. What did we figure out? Canewood Bev actually won in the end because the family died. This is like, he was like, oh, did they really even need to show up? No, they didn't. But then when they showed up, I forgot that they died, and I was like, oh man, I guess they didn't win. Not oh man, but like, damn, they didn't win. But there's probably still the company's still gonna run.
Oh, the company's fine.
So
they just lost some low-level hillbillies.
Yeah. So yeah, because that's not the CEO out there with a gun.
I wouldn't imagine so.
So yeah. So they won in the end.
Over the family? Oh,
yeah. Oh, they're about to demolish that
house. Yeah,
house.
the house is gonna get bulldozed to shit.
They're not even gonna get the people out of the house. They're just like, yeah, fuck it.
Just playing over them.
Yeah. They won in the end.
Yeah.
Bleak, as you said.
Yeah. Also bleak, that company, I'm guessing, are the ones that were responsible for the lack of mutant births, is what I took from the doctor's speech before he was fucking murdered.
Oh, when he was saying what people are eating and stuff like that?
Yeah, he was like, he's like, we can't perfect what we're eating or drinking, but we can use it to like perfect and control things. And he's like, why do you think there hasn't been a mutant birth? And then he fucking got killed. And I was like, yeah, I guess.
Facts. I said I had 3, but it was just 2. I thought I had 3. But I'm going to agree with your bleak thing, because I wanted to say that too. I remember at the end, because watching the movie, I was like, it's not terrible. I kind of like it. Like I told you before I watched the movie, I'll probably give it a good score, because it's not a terrible movie. And I was watching it, and I was trying to figure out, I'm like, man, why didn't I like this? Why didn't I like? Because I'm liking everything up to the point. X-24, X-23, all these people, Patrick, Caliban, Wolverine's, he's annoying, but he's fine. He's there. The family, obviously. I was like, I don't understand why I didn't like it. The ending, I didn't like it. I was like, God damn, I'm not sad, but like, this is a downer. This is the worst. In like, you're right. What happened to the kids? Did they make it? Probably not. Wolverine didn't make it. Charles died. Caliban died. The family died. All the mutants are dead. X-24 died. Okay. Like, honestly, I was just like, what the fuck? No wonder why Martin Scorsese like it. Everybody dies at the end. Like, I don't even know.
Did he like this?
I don't know. I'm making that up. But he probably did.
Didn't have De Niro in it. I don't know. And
then at the end, I literally was like, oh, this could be an international silent film, the way it ended. Because, like, it was so bleak. Oh, they put the X up, which is fine. But that was annoying when that happened. I remember watching the movie, and then all these, like, not pop-ups, but all these, like, BuzzFeed articles and shit like that were like, guess what the X mean?
The fuck you think it means?
It was like, did you catch this Easter egg? The one that they did in front of the fucking camera?
Yeah, I was going to say, some of these Easter eggs are not necessarily something that they put right out in fucking front of you.
Same. You don't call Patrick Stewart an Easter egg in Multiverse of Madness.
No.
It's not an Easter egg.
He was in the fucking trailers.
He was in the trailer. But yeah. So like the Easter egg for She-Hulk, I thought that was great. Did you see that? the little news
Wolverine
clipping
thing.
The Wolverine, but there was another one too.
Man fights with claws in bar.
Yeah, but there was something else.
There was something else. I can't remember.
Oh, the hand coming out of the earth.
Yeah. What is the giant statue of the man in the ocean? Yeah.
Literally, I was like, oh, those are great Easter
And of course,
eggs.
I didn't catch those when I
No,
watched
not
the
at
show
all.
because I was just looking at the articles. I was looking at the main thing that she was looking at because it made me laugh.
Same. So I was like, cool.
Apparently, I'm going to have to watch this next episode with my finger on the fucking pause button.
Nah.
Just in case.
Watch it the right way and then watch it again. I know, it sounds like a lot.
It's only half hour.
No, I'm not going to do it twice. I realized why. I was like, oh, this is why. After the end of the movie, and like when I talk about the silent film, it was just like fade to black, Logan. And I was like, oh, is it going to say Finn too? Like, honestly, just do that. Like, stop fucking with me. Like, this is... I know I'm trying to be a better person. I know I'm not supposed to judge other people's art. But it's terrible. Art is still terrible.
Do you feel that this movie got overhyped and that might be part of the reason you don't care for it?
Also, yes. I think it got overhyped. That's not why I don't care for it, but because when I watched it, I was like...
Or I shouldn't say that you didn't. That's not that you don't care for it that way, but because it was so hyped up, it was not possible for it to live up to that.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
That's not how I think. I was like, let's watch it. I didn't even hear any hype about it.
No?
I didn't watch the Wolverine or Logan when it first came out because I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I was honestly kind of tired of Wolverine. So it's like it's the same thing. He's gonna take his shirt off. He's gonna do the.
He's gonna get into his Wolverine outfit, which is a wife beater and pants.
Even X-24 had a white beater. Oh no, he had cut off sleeves. Still.
He had like a gray one on.
I don't know.
See, he was evil.
It's like I was kind of Wolverine fatigue. You know, people talk
Fair.
about Marvel fatigue
Fair,
now.
because I suffer from the Joker fatigue.
Fair.
So that's understandable.
But I just was like, I'm not gonna watch it. But I ended up watching Wolverine, and I was like, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen. And I watched Logan, and I was like, where was this the greatest movie that all these people are talking about? I was just like, oh, like I watched it before I saw any reviews for it. To be fair, because at this point, Xmen was dead to me. I can't see Storm. I can't see a sexy Rogue. No Gambit. No.
To be fair, you never got that
I never got it. To be fair,
in a movie.
but I could dream. I do
I can
often.
imagine. Oh my.
But yeah, I was just like, all right, cool. Like, so it was kind of dead to me. So especially around that time, and then DC was coming out with stuff. I was really on that train for a little bit, and then Infinity War was about to come out. You know, Spider-Man just came out. Like, I was heavy into Marvel, not X-Men. So Wolverine fatigue. So when I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, this is terrible. Like, I was sad, and then everyone's like, it's a masterpiece, and I'm like, masterpiece of what?
I don't know if I'd call it a masterpiece. But...
Right. So yeah. So those are my dislikes.
Okay.
What else you got?
That's it.
Okay. Let's rate it. Slushie Meter.
Okay.
Oh, you go first. Or you want me to go first?
Either way.
You decide.
I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
I am declining to speak first. No, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
God, dog.
I really like it. Like, obviously,
Fair.
it's not. I don't consider it to be my favorite movie of all time. It's not my favorite comic book movie of all time. It's not, to me, the greatest comic book movie of all time. It is, though. To me, it is still a very good movie because it is bleak. It is fucking kind of dark in tone. I can get down with that though. Like, that doesn't keep me from enjoying it.
No.
Yeah.
Fair.
I enjoy it though, because obviously, you know, sometimes something depressing kind of makes you appreciate something that's not depressing.
Yeah. You can't have sunny days without a few raining ones.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. This is the moment that I've been waiting for since we started talking about watching this movie. Your turn, Keith. Slushie Meter.
Oh, you've been waiting on me? What
Yeah,
I think?
I'm interested to hear.
2.75.
Oh wow.
I will never watch this movie again. There's no need for me to watch it again. I don't care. I didn't care that he died. I didn't care. I like X-24. I like X-23. If they do something with her, that'd be sweet. But Charles died. That was sad. Caliban died. That was sad. I like my heroes to win in the end. But also, if they have to die, I want them to... Wolverine got beat. He didn't win.
Did he not?
No.
He got the kids to safety.
He got beat.
Yeah. So did Superman.
But he came back alive.
Eventually. Not through any decision of his. Even though that shit was floating over his gravestone at the end of the movie, that was weird.
It was weird, but I loved it. Every time, I wait to see it every time. I don't blink. I'm like, oh, yes. He's coming back, guys. 3 days.
Like we didn't already know that.
3 days from now, he'll be back. I literally, every time I'm like, all right, cool. Like, my eyes get all burnt out. It's crazy. But,
so did Iron Man win?
Yes. Yeah.
He died.
Yeah, I know. But I'm okay. But he sacrificed himself. Wolverine got beat. He got dragged to an impaler tree and was like, I'm helpless. He couldn't do anything. He was just wailing. He was just like,
Yeah, he was dying the whole movie.
exactly.
Yeah.
Not cool. Not fun. Didn't like it. Then he had that green juice. He took a whole bottle of it.
He got juiced.
2 minutes? Come on, bro.
They told him not to do it all at once. He didn't listen.
2 minutes?
Wolverine never listens.
If you're going to do it all at once, I'm at least need a 10-minute. I need a...
He never listens.
That's what she said. I need at least 10 minutes out of a whole bottle.
At least.
Like, come on. And I get it. I don't. It's a bleak movie, bro. It's so, it's a downer. Infinity War, talk about a downer. But I was excited for what came next. Mm-hmm. I was like, what just happened? I remember watching Infinity War and being like, they're all dead. And of course, I don't know anything about the comics, so I'm just like, and then somebody's like, another one's coming out. I'm like, no, why would I know that? I don't keep track because I like surprises. I like being surprised. I like being enthralled by things. So I don't ever watch this is upcoming. I had no idea Infinity War and Endgame were like a 2-part Avengers movie. I had no clue that was going to happen.
Oh, at the time, no.
No idea. But everybody else did because they announced it.
I didn't know about Endgame, but I knew that they had already greenlit another Spider-Man and another Black Panther at that time.
Didn't even know that. Didn't care. I was just like, great. I was like, all right, cool. I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm excited. So let's figure it out. And Endgame, great. Tony died at the end. I was sad as shit. Think about it like this. The way Marvel does their movies, even if the protagonist dies at the end, they always end it on a cheerful note. Because why am I walking out of a movie that I enjoy man, that was terrible.
Some people like that stuff. Some people really like to be, it's weird to say it, some people like to be sad. Some people really like,
sometimes.
Yeah, some people really, 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 I'm not saying I'm one of these people, really like something. They're like, oh man, I'm going to watch this, I'm going to cry, and it's going to be so good.
I've done that.
I can watch something like, oh, I know it's going to make me cry. The fact that it makes me cry doesn't make me like, oh, this is going to be good. Yeah. I'll watch something despite that, because obviously I cry at fucking Endgame every time.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you as many cheeseburgers as you want. Every time gets me. Every single time. Every of the time.
Understandable. I get, and that's the thing. But then Cap gets to be with Bucky.
Yeah.
And then you see all their little nameplates, all the Avengers, the original Avengers nameplate, and their form or whatever. It makes you happy. It's sad that I'm sad that it ended, but I'm glad that it happened. Logan,
you're not happy about either of it. I'm
glad that it ended. I'm sad that it happened. It seemed unnecessary to close out. Like, honestly, Days of Future Past closed out his arc perfectly, in my opinion. We didn't need him anymore. He didn't have to do Logan. But and I think another thing too that makes me get rid of the start of the wood scenes. I'm like, okay, cool. This is cool. Every time I get on YouTube, I get a video. It's like 20 minutes long. That wood scene was like maybe 5 minutes. But it's like the best scene that's ever been filmed in a comic book movie. Never.
No.
You are a lot. Have you seen Civil War? Have you seen Winter Soldier? Have you seen Black Panther? Have you seen Infinity War? Have you seen Endgame? Have you seen Captain Marvel? Because just say you haven't seen those, and then we can go with Logan. You know, have you seen Xmen 2? Come on, man.
Yes.
The wood scene pales in comparison to X2 kitchen scene. Nothing. The kitchen house scene, I guess I should say, way better than the wood scene.
People like the bloodiness of it. I definitely think people really, really like this movie a lot because of the R rating.
I think these people are children. It doesn't matter what the rating is, because Charles said, which was funny. He's like, the fucking albino. I was like, all right, you got me on that one.
Every other word out of Wolverine's mouth, the movie goes fuck. And the scene where he's beating up the truck just says fuck, shit, fuck, fucking motherfucker, shit.
That doesn't make me like it better, though.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because I can do that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Now, if what's her name? Laura, if she would have said fuck, give me a kid saying fuck, I'm in it. 1,000%. Great. But anything else? No. I'm good. I don't know, man. I don't want to hate on it, but it's a 2.75.
Hey, you're allowed to hate on it.
Oh, I'm hating on it.
It's a movie podcast.
I'm hating on it.
Because let me tell you.
I'm hating on it.
Let me tell you. Thomas Hayden Church over here can hate on this movie all he wants.
I'm out.
Hayden Christensen can hate on this movie all he wants.
I'm out.
That's all I got. I couldn't think of another one.
Ninja Hayden.
Ooh.
Yeah, you like that?
Ninja Hayden. There it is.
I do what I can.
Nice.
It's for the people.
Hayden Lane over here.
Ooh, okay. At first I thought you were
It was a bit of a stretch.
Reaching.
But we're allowed to have differences of opinion.
Oh, I'm cool with that.
You can not like it. I can like it. You can
absolutely.
I do not feel bad. Like it. No, I don't feel
about
bad either.
liking this. I
was just super interested to see your opinion on it, honestly, because I noticed you writing a lot down during, and obviously that could go either way.
I like what I like, obviously, but I like the things that I liked had nothing to do with the titular character. Mm-hmm. It's almost like if he wasn't even in it, it might have been better. And I know that's not fair, and I know that's not true. But I said what I said. Obviously, Wolverine. Here's the thing. Hugh Jackman, great. He plays a great Wolverine. I appreciate him as Wolverine. Mm-hmm. The Wolverine out of the three is the better movie. Logan's not that great compared to the Wolverine. The Wolverine had everything. It had poison. It had Hiroyuki Sanada. Come on.
It did have Hiroyuki Sanada.
It did. You put Scorpion in the movie. Okay, well, sorry, you suck.
Worked for Bullet Train.
Didn't it? Exactly.
I mean, he was only part of a larger cast of awesome people, but yes.
Oh, but he was good, though.
He was great.
He was
fucking great.
Thank you. Where's he at in Logan? Nowhere.
He's dead.
General Pride? I don't give a shit about him.
Pretty sure he's dead by now.
Yeah, probably. He definitely died in Wolverine.
Yeah.
He got chopped in half by the sword monster. When they fired the arrows and they all stuck in the Wolverine's back, I thought that was just beautiful cinematography. Because it always makes me think of 300. What'd you tell him? I said, we'll fight in the dark. Have you seen 300?
I have. That wasn't one of those movies that I was like, oh, this is great. I don't know.
This was the era when everybody loved a graphic novel, but they didn't read them. They just watched the movies. Here's the thing. I was one of those people. But I wasn't like, oh, I need only graphic novel stuff, because I didn't.
Yeah, because I didn't read 300. I didn't read Sin City.
Sin City was great.
I didn't see Sin City either. I didn't read The Spirit. I didn't see The Spirit.
Oh, I'm in the middle of The Spirit. I've seen The Spirit. I love The Spirit. Samuel Jackson plays a Nazi. How can you? He literally has on Nazi garb, like the boots and stuff. I started watching it again. This is a great movie. Great fucking movie. Love it. Love every minute of it. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Then we got Eva Mendes is in it. She's like one of his like, it's kind of like Two-Faced, like what's it called? Not Salt and Pepper. Joy and Pain or something. In the Batman Forever. He has 2 women. You remember that?
No, it's been a minute.
I just watched it. It was Drew Barrymore and the chick from Waterboy. But Fairuza Balk.
I was gonna say Kathy Bates.
Yes,
that'd be hilarious.
That'd be kind of funny.
Watch Kathy Bates beat the shit out of Batman. That'd be awesome.
Same. Break his legs. Bane already broke his back.
Tackle him.
You know, greatest detective in the world.
It's me, yo daddy, Roberto, and then Kathy Bates just tackles the shit out of him.
Same. But no, in that movie, in The Spirit, he has Eva Mendes is one of his ladies that he has on the right side of him. On the left side, great Asian actress, Scarlett Johansson.
I thought you just said it was the other one. I thought you said it was Fairuza Balk.
That was in Batman Forever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's right. You did say that.
Movies.
Yeah.
I named a lot of movies. Back to Logan. Go see it, I guess. You be the judge.
It's on Disney Plus now. You don't even have to go to a theater or anything.
Yeah. I'm happy I didn't go see this in the theater.
I was happy with it. I forget if I went and saw it. I think I went and saw it with Jaron. I think.
Welp. That was Logan. I'm happy we did this first. I'll give that a plus. I'll give Logan a 0.25 because you said Chris's great idea was we should watch Logan first, so our treat would be Deadpool.
Not our treat, your treat, because I had a feeling you were. Because you did not want to see this movie since we started Xmen. You're like, we're gonna have to watch Logan, aren't we?
I still don't want to watch it.
Yeah, but it's done. It can't hurt you It can't hurt you again, and I won't bring it up.
You bring it up. I'm gonna trash it.
I'm gonna try not to bring it up.
No, bring it up.
Because it really is. There's no real.
Bring it up.
There's no real reason to.
I'll bring it up in Deadpool when he wears the face mask.
There's no reason to.
I'll bring it up. Remember that terrible movie we watched last week? That's what I'm gonna say.
And I will say, no, I don't.
It's okay. Well, here's the thing. I do. I can't say anything nice about it. All right, that's it.
They will scream, remember that bad movie? And I will whisper, no.
But maybe.
That's from a boring fucking graphic novel movie, Watchmen.
Have you ever seen the movie?
Yeah.
Did you watch the movie? Did you like it? You're saying.
I think it was great.
It was gratuitous.
I didn't think it was terrible.
It was gratuitous penis work, and I didn't like that.
There was a lot of that.
I was like, this was unnecessary.
I didn't.
Maybe once or twice.
I had never heard of it before the movie came out.
Same.
And
to be fair,
I watched it and I was like, huh. It didn't make me want to read it, and I didn't. And then they came out with that show about it, like not too long ago. I also didn't watch that. So.
It was not about the same thing. I don't think.
Oh,
had nothing to do with that.
Well, that's fun.
Because it had Regina King in that, and she was not a superhero. Pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain it had nothing to do with that. But again, I could be wrong. Yeah, there was a lot of gratuity. Like I walked away from the movie saying like, I now know what Dr. Manhattan's penis looks like. Great.
Bet you weren't thinking that going into the movie.
No, I was thinking, what the fuck? Because I was like, okay, well, are these all anti-heroes? Like, I didn't understand what was going on. And then I watched it, and I was like, didn't necessarily like Rorschach without the mask. The comic
He did have
was
a good look.
annoying.
I like the look.
Yeah, same. I like the fact that it moved around.
Yeah, but apparently
That was-
none of them were supposed to be like good people to begin with. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
no, I figured that out way early.
Yeah,
Especially
I was
Dr.
like-
Manhattan.
I
He was
like, okay,
terrible.
Okay, I guess.
He was
So
terrible.
you give us a movie full of unlikable characters.
Same.
Cool.
The comic wasn't that funny, but I like him. You know, Thomas Wayne. He was great in it. And that's the only 3 people I remember: the penis guy, Rorschach, and
Oh, and the
the
comedian.
comedian. Because he's dead the entire movie.
Yeah,
I didn't understand that
I
either.
remember the owl or Owlman. I forget which one he is.
Mm-hmm.
Ozymandias, who turns out is a villain the whole time.
Oh yeah,
And
I figured that out.
Silk Spectre.
Couldn't point him out of a lineup.
She was the girl.
Oh.
Owl was the dude. Owl was the dude in the fucking owl suit and the goofy helmet. The whole movie.
Yeah. I was like, oh, so never heard of him. He's like, well, she was a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I really
She
do.
was the female member of the team.
That's hilarious to me. I'm sorry.
Never heard of the guy.
Which one was he? Well, he was a she. Oh, yeah. I really don't remember her. That's very forgettable face.
I'm surprised I remember that much of
Same.
the movie, honestly.
Honestly, I saw it like when it came out on HBO. When it like when it came out, because I didn't go to the movies like that. When I saw it, and I was like,
I did not see it in the theater. I'm pretty sure like I rented it or someone brought it over at some
Yeah.
point and watched it.
the whole time though, I was like watching it, and I just like kept looking at my parents. Like, I hope they don't see me watching this because there's a lot of penis action. That's all I remember, Chris.
I wonder what that means.
I said penis. I didn't. I was raised by wolves. So, all right, that's enough of this show. That was Logan, 2017.
Let us never speak of it again.
All right, that's it.
Apparently.
Then. No.
Next time.
Next time
On Slushie Review.
Logan.
Ooh.
Yeah, when he died, I was like, well, he won't be in Logan 2. He won't be in Laura 1.
No one will be.
Same. Yeah, that's it. Next up, probably Deadpool. I gotta edit these fucking shows at some point. I don't know what I'm gonna do it. Anything else? Cause your boy is tired.
I'm good
All right.
too. I've been up for a while.
Same. All right. Well, that's it. This has been Keith,
And Chris.
and I'll talk to you after we get our green juice on. Bye.